is Phyllis and I'm here today to tell you about my favorite verse. But first, I want to show you something. This is an old rose that I have to sadly throw away because it's time. But I noticed that this rose has thorns on the stems. So I have to be very careful about where I hold this stem so that I don't get pricked, because I know thorns are very painful and can be really annoying. Now you may be wondering, why is she showing me an old rose with thorns on it? Well, let me tell you. My verse is 2 Corinthians 12, verse 9. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. The Apostle Paul wrote this in a letter sharing an experience that he had. Paul had what he called a thorn in his side that he asked God to remove. 3 times he asked God. Now, have you ever been pricked by a thorn on a rose bush or cactus? Or perhaps you had a splinter in your finger from a piece of wood that you handled? It can be very painful. What Paul was talking about was some ailment he had that was causing him some pain that would just not go away. I had an experience like that when I was very young, and an illness made me very anxious. One day, I was led to this verse, and then I prayed to God, telling him of all my anxieties about my illness. I literally got on my knees. That's how badly it was bothering me. And just after my prayer, a little voice in my head said, "Don't worry, Phyllis. It will be all right." I knew then that God was there for me, and no matter what happens, he will make it okay. I was feeling weak in my anxiety, but the strength I gained came from going to God. I felt much better then. And though it took a while, I had to go through surgery, I was eventually healed of my ailment. But apparently Paul was not. Instead, he accepted God's grace to help him be strong. Being strong is not easy, but when we give our weaknesses to God, his grace and power will provide the strength we need. God's grace is sufficient. And I hope that it'll be sufficient for you. Go to God with your thorns. Peace be with you. Bye-bye now.